Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to figure out a little problem live. And this is on build space x McMaster U. So, the kind of main purpose of this video is to figure out what the heck I want to do with this club. So I am in the process. I've emailed a associate of mine to ask and kind of like poke at what this may involve, and I don't exactly know what to expect. So we'll see what we're gonna expect. But like, so let's define kind of what my problem is. So my problem is I don't know what I want to do with the club, and a lot of this will be kind of based off of what the name is. So but the club is a let's kind of go through what I have kind of defined here. So I don't, oh sorry, I should write this. I don't know what I want to do with the club. So if we kind of take apart, this is my problem statement. I don't know what I want to do, which means I'm just going to write parameters, because kind of that's how I'm going to classify it. So I have a lack of information here. I don't really have a lack of direction because, I have a clear problem. So I have direction in this case. And, there is an ending. There is an ending to this. And what else do I got here? I have somewhat of a domain knowledge here. So I'm in a club currently, and it'll be left. Actually, no, it's Mars Rover, McMaster Mars Rover team. I gotta plug them because it's a really cool group of guys, not just guys, but girls as well, and they're very, very, very nice. And I really hope that this club's community can grow a lot more. And so, kind of working off that, I have build space, and so kind of build space's whole idea that I really like, that I want to apply to McMaster, is that you can build / work on what you love. Kind of like, and there's nights and weekends. I don't exactly know what they have beyond that, but I'm gonna kind of go off, nights and weekends, and then I'll declare that as nights and weekends like that. And so work in, spare time. So I guess I have, more leverage for McMaster. I'm going to define that as, B, what's the short form B? I'm just gonna write this as, BSM, build space McMaster, because work whenever we want. I could kind of narrow this down to like just working at nights, but I don't personally like to work at night, and I know that at the beginning there's going to be a shit ton of work that I'm going to have to be present for, and yeah. So, with that, I can write down a few more things. I'm going to need some type of like centralized hub. So we can either do something like Teams or, you know, because this is a club at the end of the day, so you need a centralized platform for communication. Communication. And so this could be Teams, this could be Discord, this could be, what else? What else could we do here? Slack, but like, I don't think so. What else? I know of one more. Teams, Discord. Definitely not WhatsApp. WhatsApp is not even in the realm here. And Slack, probably not. I just wrote this down. I know that, like, I will need a LinkedIn Learning account for this. Just to have people join. Sorry, not LinkedIn Learning. What am I talking about? LinkedIn account. Okay. So, let me, like, I can quickly check out, you know, teams. I can join or create a team. What if I create a team from template? Oh, I could literally copy other. I could literally copy other teams. I didn't even know I was in the Mac Eng Society. I did not even know that. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Okay, create a team. A group with fewer than. Oh, okay. Basic team. Honestly, okay. My thing is that Teams is really, like, it's more professional. I would associate with more professionalism. Discord is more chill. I think. Okay, well, like, if I want real names, so, because, like, people cannot use their real names here, which I don't like. I wouldn't want that type of toxicity, so, yeah, I like the way that Teams keeps things professional. So I'm going to use Teams for this. And, yeah, we're going to have the LinkedIn thing. Okay. And so it's like, you know, I'm working off my direction, and I really got to figure out what I want to classify as, like, what this is going to work on. What as a team will work on. So, okay. So, I know that I'll need to have this broken up. So I got to break this problem down. So a club needs infrastructure, similar to how a business does. Infrastructure. I don't even care if I spelled that wrong. And with that, I need, you know, a few different teams. So there'll be a need for a finance team. There'll be a need for a media/marketing team. There will be, you know, engineering team. This one will be important. Honestly, they'll all be important. There's no point in trying to mark it out right now. An engineering team. These two are kind of, you know, plain cuts, because, like, that's what they are. And then this engineering team could have, like, mechanical, software, chemical, etc. And could work it out like that. So the cool thing about Build Space is that they let people work on what they love, and I think that'll be the hardest part, because at McMaster there really isn't a club that kind of fits a bunch of people. There's a bunch of different clubs that fit their respective people. So this is sort of like a different club in the sense that, you know, we don't really care who comes onto the club. We just want people to contribute. And so there needs to be a good amount of accountability. And, you know, I got to probably outline accountability. Accountability will be super important. And, you know, we could probably go into like the morals and values section here. I'll definitely need, like additionally to this, need a GitHub for sure, and have that properly managed. Accountability will be big. Each club member must submit, they must submit updates similar to how BuildSpace does, you know, similar to BuildSpace. And they must be legit. Now, like, this is what I'm thinking. I think that there should be a, you know, rolling period. So, like, I'm thinking of two different structures right now. So either rolling period or rolling period in terms of the whole organization works on one project to which the respective team members vote on or is, you know, contributing to our community. And this is not to say, this is that, like, you know, no one can control what we make, but there are rules. So, like, nothing bad, nothing like dangerous, that's like out of line. So yeah, so like nothing bad or dangerous. Cool. So this is the first like rolling period where like the whole org kind of votes on something, or it could be structured in a way that, you know, each team of people, of 5 or 4, submits a proposal, you know, /form to the Build Space McMaster community. Let's just say, I don't care if I'm spelling that wrong. Maybe it's like, no, it's not. That looks weird. Committee. And it's reviewed. And you are locked in to work and submit your project. alumni of the BSM can help you if you need help. Like, you got to reach out / reach out. I think one thing I wanted to include was that, like, yeah, you have to apply prior to a deadline. And, like, I think this is for the rolling period. I still think the team thing is, like, applicable in the structure of it. And, you know, when they apply as a team during the rolling period, when they apply to, so when they apply for rolling period, they are put under a category because, like, they're students and they apply for what they want to work on. Put under a category, assigned consistent work, and submit updates consistently, and, you know, must understand when they apply, they must contribute. That's super important. So I got these two structures ahead of me. I kind of got, like, you know, this rolling period one where we just take in a bunch of new talent, or I got, you know, there are a bunch of different teams, and like the rolling period one is, I would say it's probably more focused on, like, one single idea, and whoever wants to join can submit to that. You know, they can, you know, join to contribute to the idea or not. And if they don't like the idea, then they don't have to join. And if they do, then they can, and we can give them stuff to do. And I think there's definitely a possibility ideas can fail here, but, like, when people get locked in to work on something they want to do, hopefully they're joined because they want to work on it. Or I kind of eliminate a lot of that risk, and it becomes, you know, team-based, where, like, people can join, and prior teams will be listed, hopefully either on the teams, or maybe like a Notion document, or maybe just, like, online on a website, and similar to how BuildSpace is, and, like, you can hopefully access the alumni network, and that way when you apply as a team, you're working on something. I don't know if I would make, like, a reward system for people who've consistently applied, but, like, hopefully that's where, like, the median marketing comes in, where it's like they'll get more attributed to them if they've completed a lot of good projects, or just a lot of projects in general. So, like, for team-based model, people can apply, and this actually sounds really cool. People can apply, and for consistent teams, they can be further used. I shouldn't say further. They can further boost their own careers with media presence. So it's like, I really like BuildSpace because of their media marketing. I think it's really, really cool and smart the way they've done it. And, you know, I don't see why that's something that we can't bring to McMaster, where yeah, like people will just make cool shit, and that's really about all there is to it. They just make cool shit and join as a team. I'm thinking probably to join as a team would be better, because I know that there could be conflicting views and contributing to a product, and like maybe ideas may not be so clear and cut defined at the beginning, and so someone might join because they think the idea is going to go in a certain direction, and there could be conflicting views on those directions. I don't doubt that these problems can be clearly defined at the beginning, and that these sort of arguments that may occur can be resolved. So I think that both models can happen in that sense, but I'd much rather prefer a model that allows BuildSpace, McMaster, and other universities to have such teams, because if one team is having, their own ideas marketed in a certain way, and then other people see that and like, oh, these people have already done BuildSpace, McMaster before, then they could reach out to them, maybe create a bigger team, and then maybe become, their own kind of like club that works on their specific idea under BuildSpace, McMaster. And so it could be more so like an overarching club. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so it's like, let me write some of that down. So I think team based is what I'll go with. People join with their ideas and just work on them. And so it's like, this thing can still exist for people, probably still do, with this, still keep application deadlines. We don't have to worry about people slacking, because if they're applying as a team, they should know who they're bringing to the table. No need to worry about slackers, because teams will be based amongst, friend to friend understanding of character. And then, seasons will end, hopefully, after some time. We can reward, maybe with interviews or money or certificates. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know exactly what'll happen there, but I think we got a good idea, so far. I just gotta really make sure that like the marketing for this is good. I think people can get behind this idea because I can get behind it. I think if someone made a BuildSpace McMaster, I would want to join, because I have shit that I want to work on, and I kind of wish that people would help me work on it. And some people will work on stuff that they only want to do, and maybe I might make room for that, where it's like you can try and join as a team of one. But I don't know if I think I could probably break it up into this. I could probably do like build space McMaster solo, build space McMaster teams, and then have their separate categories, because like I know that I want to work on my own things sometimes, and there could be the branch of the two where it's like, some team sees, one person and like they're like, okay, this guy would be a good fit. And there could be branching out like that, and that could leave room for maybe different. I wouldn't say different evaluations, but I think that that's something that could definitely happen, because like I know that not everything that I want to work on other people might want to help me with, and vice versa. If I have a group of people and I see someone that's working on someone does something cool that relates to what I'm doing, I would want them to join. And so there could be that type of interaction, and make a nice LinkedIn, kind of account, get people to start joining and following, and keep consistent with the updates, and hopefully this like spreads. Like I would love for there to be a build space Waterloo, build space Toronto, build space Guelph, and this could all be overarching under like the build space university branch. So it's like why not? Like why can't these things exist? And that's kind of like what I want, because like I love what build space does. I really wish I kind of found out about them earlier, because for the longest time I have loved engineering, and I like to argue. Don't get me wrong. I think being a lawyer is cool. I like to ask a lot of questions. I don't know if I so much like to treat people, so it's like, I think you guys see what I'm getting at in terms of like the doctor, lawyer, engineer thing. But I really love to build more than anything, and I love to make things happen because I made them happen. And like me, vice like the same thing being said for us, like when me and a team work together, something only exists because me and the team worked on it, and we problem solved. And I didn't know exactly what type of engineering I wanted to do. So, though, I got accepted into Waterloo Engineering, I went into McMaster Engineering, because it's like, I definitely think that year has helped me kind of grow and reevaluate my options. I know that a lot of people, even Waterloo U of T engineers, they get these amazing degrees, they meet these amazing people, they become really smart, but they don't follow through. And they don't work in engineering for a long time, and sometimes they burn out, and sometimes they realize that it really was never for them. They were just really smart. And I probably wouldn't say I'm the closest to that. I don't like to say I'm smart by any means. And I think there's always room for people to learn. And so like right now I'm learning about finance. I learned about candle making. I learned about, trying to play the piano a long time ago. I learned how to build computers. And, I learned how to try to make YouTube online, learned how to photography, and it's like every time I try to learn something new, I realize how bad I am at it. And to some extent that scares me, but to, just as much as it scares me, and it excites me and entices me to learn even more. And even communication, like, I started public speaking in high school, and, I was a valedictorian in my class in middle school, which is not an achievement, but something I'm proud of, because it was the first time in my life that, I got up on stage and I was speaking in front of maybe 100 people, and then 4 years later, I spoke maybe in front of like 2,000 people, however large the First Ontario Hall is. So it was a big stretch, and I loved it. And I see, TEDx talks. I see, professional I want to say pathological liars, but pathologists. So like pathologists who their whole thing is like just speaking and communicating. And I think some of these people are like really smart because they're really good communicators, and you can be a really good salesman out of that. And so all these overarching skills where it's like, even if you're just good at like physics and math, you can solve problems. There's really so much more that you're really stupid at. So calling yourself smart is an oversight in some ways. It doesn't. I don't think it comes off as ignorant for most people because they may not know, and I get that is the definition of ignorance. But a lot of people call themselves smart and really don't know a lot about anything. And I think there's a lot of things to know a lot about. And so, yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that argument, because we kind of go past that, but yeah, I think, you know, this is an idea that could go really wrong with really bad execution, but fuck it. Let's see what happens. I'm big on the idea of, you know, build publicly, fail publicly, just live publicly. I lived a very private life for a long time, and you know, that was very common. But to some extent, you know, in this kind of day and age, if you don't have a public presence or you don't know many people, life becomes, you know, exponentially harder just by not doing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, me kind of solving this problem where I didn't know what to do with the club, and now I have a pretty clear direction. I have the tools that I need to set out, and yeah, this is my day 6, day 7 kind of like update. So hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.